All right, welcome back to Chat Room. This is Michael here, and I'm with my co-host.
John?
And today we're going to talk about an exciting return of a store that I know we both loved. A lot of nostalgia for it for both our generations, and it's kind of amazing because the company just filed bankruptcy the last couple of years, but oh wow, 2017. So it's been a bit, but Toys R Us is coming back.
Let's go.
Yep. Yeah. So I know, we're not necessarily buying toys for ourselves, perhaps, though, they always sold video games, and I love that.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, it's kind of a cool story, and it's interesting because so Toys R Us we think of as kind of an older brand, but what's helping it come back is Macy's. And Macy's is like a really old brand, and they've actually been kind of having some trouble too because people just aren't going to malls as much, they're not shopping in person as much. That's largely what hurt Toys R Us. So it's interesting that basically what this is Macy's is working for a couple weeks to host Toys R Us kind of in-store events at their shops kind of around mid-October, just a little early of the Christmas.
Right.
So, yeah, it's kind of like an old company bringing back a slightly less old company to try to hopefully give both a boost.
Right, yeah. And I think it will give it Toys R Us and Macy's a boost just because I know Macy's is like one of those stores. It's kind of like Belk, a bunch of it's a more woman like dominant kind of store in a way, even though I'm sure they sell lots of men's clothes. But when moms go to shop, they can have their kids go to Toys R Us, and it kind of just makes like a nice Saturday shopping blend, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I definitely was never one into shopping as a kid, so you bring up a good point. That would be something to keep me distracted.
Right. Right.
Yeah, yeah. What are you're a little younger, so I don't even know how much Toys R Us really played into your childhood, but what are your kind of memories
Oh,
from
as I mean, as far as I can remember, I've went to Toys R Us since I was like 3.
it? Oh, wow.
Yeah, I used to buy. My parents bought me a trampoline from there. I had video games all the time from there, like back when the PlayStation 2 was out,
Yeah.
PlayStation 3, stuff like that. I even walked in there a few times in high school just because like they were the only ones that still had copy of the new game and stuff before like buying games online was such a thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, I love Toys R Us. My mom used to take me there like once a week, like my whole life.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, and I mean, we've talked about games a lot for sure, and yeah, that's what I remember most, but they really had so many things. Because I remember bikes when I used to be into biking as a kid a lot.
right.
I would love kind of going and just trying them out in the aisles a little bit, just kind of riding around until I, get in trouble. I have to put the bike back.
Yeah, they had a lot of good things to build too in there. Like I built like a full functioning like toy roller coaster. It was pretty cool.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, so much fun. So it's exciting, and I'm curious. Do you think that it's going to be big enough that because as of January 2021, we're getting this from an NBC News article, the last physical stores had closed for Toys R Us, and Toys R Us bankrupted, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they're gone. Bankruptcy is just kind of how you reorganize your money as a company.
Right.
But they were hoping to weather the pandemic. Do you think that they are going to try to use this to get a physical permanent store base back, or do you think that's too late for them?
I think if this goes well with the Macy's stores thing, I think that they will create like just its own store, but I think they'll start kind of like how a lot of other businesses start, like they'll get one big store, whether that headquarters is in Nashville, Houston, Texas, Miami, Florida. I think they'll build like a really, really, really big one where it's almost like a tourist attraction
Yeah.
and then see how that does. You know what I mean? Trying to manage one big store and then they'll move to another big city and then they'll move to another big city. And if it keeps going, I think that's my like big educated guess, like how they'll kind of move with that if it goes well with Macy's.
Yeah. When it is kind of interesting, you bring up big cities, especially in Tennessee, we don't even have that many Macy's,
Right.
and we don't have one in Chattanooga anymore.
Yeah.
So you pretty much have to go to Nashville or Memphis to go to one.
Hmm.
So yeah, those are kind of the big cities. So it would make sense where it's like it does great here. Well, it's the same city that they're probably going to then create a physical location
Right.
if it does well.
Right. I just think they'll create that atmosphere where it's almost like, you know, you go to Universal Studios, like there's only one and it does awesome. You know what I mean? Like they'll just create something big in one big city and maybe duplicate it and just keep it going.
Yeah, well, I certainly hope so. And yeah, we're curious what you think from one Toys R Us kid to another. Let us know what you used to buy there. If you're looking forward to coming back, if you're gonna stop by, and of course, keep tuned for more episodes of Chat Room. Like and subscribe.
Yes, sir.